bunch of new toys. I'm going to discuss how I feel about them based on their price. Nothing too in-depth, just figured it'd be interesting. Because toys and toy prices are just all over the place. Let's take a look now on Toy Gains.
Toy Gains! Yeah! It's you and me, baby! Toy Gains! I can't take it anymore! It's Toy Gains!
This week's episode of Toy Gains is sponsored by the new hit show, The King of Gains. What happens when you have a schlubby potato chip salesman with ED who's dating a woman out of his league? Well, find out on The King of Gains, Sundays at 8 on UPN, followed by Jerk's House. Everybody's favorite comic store schlep is back. Yeah, it's Jerk's House after The King of Gains. Now on to the show.
So anyways, let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
McFarlane Toys, Page, Punchers, Steve, Trevor, $27.99 with tax comes out to $30. I actually don't take any issue with this price point for this figure. It's a nice sculpt. It's a perfect, pretty perfect rendition of old Steve in his military uniform. Maybe a different head portrait. Maybe the hat should come off. That would, yeah, if I had a complaint, the hat should come off. And he has tons of hands laying around, but these are gloves and they have texture. So I appreciate that. It's not just a hand with brown paint slathered on it. There's texture work in the hands. He comes with a gun. McFarlane Toys come with guns now because they're in the quote-unquote adult toy section, which pretty much means toys are more expensive. But I don't have a huge issue with the price point. Of course, I'd prefer $20 and $25 the way it used to be. But it's a nice looking figure with no complaints. And that's the thing. That's where the price should be for all McFarlane figures. Yeah, head looks good, paint looks good, all the gold bits are punched in. I don't mind it. Let's move on. Here we have everyone's darling. It's funny, Jada Toys went up $5 on standard figures, and the deluxe figures are, I forget. I just know this was $30. I forget what the deluxe figures are. Like the bigger figures like Blanca and Sagat. Yeah, I don't think the price raise was something so egregious like the McFarlane Toys one or a Maximum figure. You get a wired sash. You get everything you'd want from Vega. Poses well. Another head portrait. The mask can come off because you can hold it. When you fought him, you knocked his claw off and then his mask. I forget. I know I hated fighting this guy. Hated it. And then you unlocked him and you can use him. It's a great figure. I've yet to have a complaint about a Street Fighter figure. And that's not going to start now. $30. I'm cool with it. Let's move on. G.I. Joe Classified Law and Order. This was $45. Should be $40. Now, does $5 make it insane? No, especially when their animals are basically second figures. They're fully articulated. They have two head portraits. He's wearing like a padded, harness with paint on it. Is it an incredible value? No. Is it a fair price point for what you get? It's right there. I think $50 is too much, and we will talk about something tonight on Thunder. Let me just throw that in there. That's $50. Wink, wink. We all know what it is. That'll be tonight on Thunder at 8 o'clock. People weren't overwhelmed with this figure. I don't know why. I think there's a lot of detail in that vest, some subtle detail. My only complaint is the MP badge or arm wrap kind of slides down. It should be just glued on. And he came with a knife that doesn't go anywhere. Like anywhere. Very weird. I don't know. I don't know why he came with the knife. The helmet does come off. The comes with all the hands you need to direct the canine dog. I like it. Maybe just $5 too much. It should be at $40, but it wasn't enough to make me feel like I got ripped off, because again, the dog feels like another action figure. So we are 3 for 3. How about that? Let's move on. Got this at the Toy Tuber Expo that I was kind enough to be invited to be one of the toy tubers running around. I was one of the smaller YouTubers there, and I just very humbled by all of you that came up to me and took a picture and was kind to me, bought a drink for me. Van Morrissey brought me a Range Viper. You guys rule. You guys make my freaking life better. I'm just gonna leave it there. Speaking of you guys, my past 2 videos have a ton of comments. I wasn't able to get to all of them like I usually do because I've been in Jersey. I've been recuperating. I drank a lot. I saw all the comments, and most of you agreed with me on the McFarlane one and then on the Monster Force one. I want to thank you for that engagement. This was $40 straight from the source, and he's also $40 on the Valaverse Action Force website. Loaded to the gills, or packed to the gills, you know, stuffed to the gills with extras and fire, effects that come out and plug in. These actually rotate. This barrel rotates. That falls out often. That's my one complaint. This is so heavy, it doesn't slot in, it doesn't lock in that great. Maybe that's just mine. I don't know. I love this. These bullets flying out of here. Comes with a stand, flamethrower, extra gun. Here's a pic of everything here. I like this. I don't like that this falls out. Again, maybe that's just mine. It's kind of driving me nuts. I like the way these look better than the flamethrowers, so I might just glue it in there. I also don't have an issue with this $40 price point. This is fully loaded. As you can see again in the picture, he articulates well. He reminds me of Master Chief armor with a different helmet. And that's fine by me because I like Halo. I'm an Xbox fanboy. 4 for 4. That's, I don't complain a lot, but I do, hate when I feel ripped off. I'm absolutely fine with all these figures and all the prices. Do I wish they were all $5? If they were all $5 cheaper, yes, I would be happy. But it would also be 2020 if it was 5 years ago at those prices. And we were in that. Remember they were making us fucking wear masks and all that shit? That was weird. I was garbage man. Risking my life for it all. Anyway, we'll see. Hopefully I see you tonight because we have a lot to talk about. Packed show. Yeah, 4 good figures. Let me know what you think as always. Take care. Have fun.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
Woo! Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah!